being an art commentator is not for the weak. And dealing with this whole community jumping each other every other day is not for the weak either. Seriously, why do we get into some crazy iceberg shit every once in a while? I guess we'll have to find out today. As well as if there's even a way that we can fix it in a way. Because generally, after all these times it gets tiring to me too. Welcome everyone to the first promised video of May. I hope most of you have watched my previous video on the 30th of April speaking of all my plans for the channel, but if you didn't, it's fine, you can go watch it later. Anyways, for everyone who doesn't know me, hello, my name is Stellx and all I do here is talk shit and draw. A very fun way to do things, right? Anyways, this video might be a bit short, we'll have to see, because honestly, I had no idea on what to talk about this week. I pulled a topic out of my ass on Wednesday and decided to write like crazy just to get it done in time. But I still believe this is a topic worth talking about, otherwise I wouldn't have picked it. And that's what I'll do, I guess. So you better bear with me. Anyways, let's not waste any more time and just begin with the video now. Now, this channel has existed for like not even 3 months total, but still. I've been watching art commentary and just commentary videos ever since 2023. Pretty much 3 years, I was still 12, about to turn 13 the same year. Yeah, it's probably not healthy, not gonna lie. I know, the community has been around since like 2018 and older, around the times the animation meme community started to get mainstream or whatever. I'm not an art commentary historian. But anyways, I've been used to watch all those videos and over time, you start to learn patterns both of this community and the art space in general. Let me elaborate. A good chunk of commentary videos I see are either 1. Artists getting aroused for being a beginner or having an unconventional style. 2. Random or popular artist does shit and makes it even worse and worse to the point of being milked. And 3. Commentators get into drama or complaining about their community. These topics of discussion between commentators tend to get a lot of views and engagement, but it's not only just because of that. It was a single type it wouldn't be as popular. These arguments I've mentioned happen literally every month or so people are just eager to see what the hell happened this time once again. Everyone's just like, shit, here we go again, I guess, and yet this tiredness towards the same thing happening in our community is not enough for people to start clicking at every single new video about it. Oh my gosh, we really are driven by negativity. At some point, you've gotta ask yourself, would all of this happen less if it wasn't for the amount of engagement commentary channels pull up of these situations? Because, to some point, you gotta start questioning this eventually. It's been years since this community has existed, 3 years since I'm in, and we're still at the same stories every time. Maybe the harassment towards beginners and unique styles is the only type of situation we got more popular recently due to the mentality of TikTok. I'm not sure, I've watched videos from before I joined the community, but I haven't really seen videos of artists being harassed for being beginners or having out-of-the-norm styles that are earlier than 2021 or 2022. The only one that I think I can remember from that time, not sure if it was earlier or just that time specifically, was like when someone was accused to stealing with zip-up style, even though they just happened to have similar styles and that person didn't even know that Viv existed. I'm not sure if it was before 2021, but it happened. I think it's one of the earliest type of videos that can be similar enough to whatever is happening right now, but I'm not really sure. But anyways, there are more popular artists doing shit, and people can't stop talking about them for months and beyond. It's a mix of people making a video scrutinizing every single new action they make after the first video, or the artist doing something even more atrocious every time to the point it's a physical pain to not make a new update video about them. Becoming a milk person usually takes two things. Number one, being a very bad human being that likes to make it worse for themselves and others, and two, being considered annoying and unconventionally attractive, since people can just make views out of insulting everything about you for the entirety of the video and leave a minute for the actual situation, and people will say nothing because it's considered morally correct if you're a bad person to do so. Like, no, Tom, this person has thoughts and harass people. Them watching ads being hotel shall not be the focus for 29 out of your 30-minute video just because you don't like the show. Heck, what does watching it have anything to do with the whole thing? Generally, I feel like most commentators or people calling others out in general always have the wrong priorities for whatever reason. Yes, some things will be worth mentioning for the sake of the timeline, or people will remain confused, but shall not overshadow what's actually important and the reason your video was supposedly made, unless you just wanted to use it as an excuse to make fun of them for something unrelated, not that it was morally acceptable to do so. And then, we always complain about our own community as our own members keep getting into shit. Most of the time it's because they reveal themselves to be hypocritical, and now that I do commentary on a weekly basis, I'm not even sure if being a commentator without being even slightly hypocritical is actually possible. Because yeah, I actually did some commentary videos in the past on the old channel that I don't use anymore. I wouldn't consider it a commentary channel for that, since I change what I wanted to do with it every month, but I still made some videos about a few things, usually small ones that never really got viral. The only time I covered something that was actually viral was with Owen Neko and Siniper. I think they both happened in 2024. I can't believe it's almost been 2 years since then. They were the face of every controversy for like weeks to no end, and now no one talks about them as if they've never existed in the first place. Well, except for a few months ago when Cine released a new apology, but at least that one was forgotten quickly instead of being dragged for who knows how long. After that, I've seen Owen Echo on TikTok like twice, maybe 3 times, and that's it. It's not like I have much interest in seeing what any of these people are doing anyways. But yeah, after everything on that, I didn't really think I will try doing commentary again, even because when I tried to make a new videos, I wasn't even able to finish the script, but here I am now. What a strange twist of fate, who would have thought, because generally I didn't, and I'm being serious when I'm saying that, I'm not being sarcastic. But then, there are also commentators getting exposed for way worse stuff. Not gonna lie, I've always wanted to make friends in the community, collaborate with them and stuff. But after back in October where 5 different commentators were exposed in 2 months, I'm kind of scared of doing that. I still want to, but you get it. Especially since as soon as someone gets cancelled, people will do anything to find dirt on anyone who associated with them at least once, to drag as many people as possible, and to prolong the drama for as long as possible. And then, those who defend the people will find their demons worse on someone else they hate to drive the attention away from the initial situation. Everything for the views, I guess. But anyways, I think I talked about my grievances enough, so let's just get into the next chapter. Well, personally, I don't know. I think the title of this chapter makes it clear enough that I'm as confused as you guys are. Luckily, there hasn't been any mass exposing of commentary channels since whatever was going on a few months ago as far as I know. So I guess that we should just take everything we can in this supposedly moment of peace here. As of milking all cows, we had 2 in the past few months, I think. Even though it's been mostly around the general commentary space instead of the art commentary one instead, I guess it's still worth mentioning. I don't know when they're gonna come down. One is getting a bit over with, while the other one is still pretty recent, and new videos have been coming out in mass. We'll just have to see how far it goes from now on. But well, what I mean is that we Can't really predict who's gonna be the next commentator getting cancelled, or the next lol cow, or the next innocent artist people with no life will go after. The power that commentators have is a pretty great one, as our popularity and words are able to shape what becomes common knowledge and the opinions of the masses. It is a great power which also leads to a massive, worse consequences. People who do bad stuff will continue without being called out, and if they do by us, either they'll keep doing something worse, or the people watching will imitate for the sake of attention, causing even more problems. It is a cycle that cannot be broken, and that has no 100% good solutions to the problem because of it. Even if there was an actual good solution deep down, we've been at it for years. Is there a way to go back anymore? Or are we too far deep now? After all, many users on the internet are used to relying on their favorite commentators and ranters. We are a stable piece of any type of community as of now. If it fell down all of a sudden, I don't really know what could happen next. The most probable scenario will be a chunk of the viewers following their steps, creating a new cycle over again and making everything worthless. How much will it take to get to the point we are currently? Considering today's internet, it will take a few months to achieve the mess that took years for us. So, are we just doomed? Well, kind of, but maybe we can at least make something out of the pros we still hold and try to lower the cons as much as it's humanly possible. How? Well, it's not that easy. We'd have to learn to prioritize what should be prioritized, hold people accountable without harassing when needed, and learn to admit your mistakes and clear up stuff in case you spread misinformation. Everyone can accidentally say something false. It happens to everyone. Just admit it and clear it up instead of ignoring the people correcting you. I don't think it's that hard to do, but I guess it is for some. Anyways, let's just end this damn video because I cannot do it anymore. Well, what a ride! This community is truly insane to a degree you don't see often. And yet, I'm still glad to be part of it for some twisted reason. Fuck, negativity really does bring people together, doesn't it? Oh well, I guess we'll have to accept it to a point. But anyways, let's talk about nicer things now. We had the Timekeeper stream and Bites debut this week. It was really nice. There's a lot we have to expect for the next update, even though I knew we had the debut coming. I didn't expect a whole story already. I'm not complaining though, not only because it was a pretty nice story, but I got to see more of my dear mozzarella cookie. Also, it seems that we'll get more of them in July, which is amazing. When your favorite is not popular as shit and not the main character, you gotta take everything you can get. After all, when July comes, who knows when the next time we'll see her again will be, considering everything that seems to be going on right now. But trust me, chat, seeing my girl tease often makes me so happy. I cannot wait for the next time. And if we see her before July again, that will make it even better. But honestly, I am very excited to start the second arc. I'm kinda scared, to be honest. It's really hard to see what will happen next and what these motherfuckers are planning. I am excited for the new releases, though, and for Elena's Dragon finally releasing. I know people have been waiting for the other dragons for a while now. I watched half of the Dragon Chronicles, and I shall definitely watch the second half before July. But Elena seems like a pretty interesting character, and I want to see them in action. Though I must admit, between the dragons, Lotus is my bias. Come on, have you seen them? Would you not fumble in front of such a beautiful and majestic dragon? But anyways, what are you excited for the most? After all, we didn't even get the whole year schedule. Who knows what'll happen from August and so on? I feel like I'll have a lot of fun. Also, we're finally getting Dark Enchantress's permanent banner. I thought it was coming. No, I mean, I thought it was not coming anymore at this point, but good for me, I still haven't pulled her yet. I have 19 soul stones, and because this game hates me. But yeah, a lot is coming. Very cool. But anyways, see you next Saturday with a story time, and oh boy if I have a story to talk about, so look out for that. That is all for today. Stellx out.